Unit 8, Lesson 3 test. Number 1. The figure below shows the rotation of the sun. How is the rotation of the equator of the sun different from the rotation of the poles of the sun? A. The equator rotates more slowly than its poles. B. The equator rotates more rapidly than the poles. C. The equator and poles rotate at the same speed. D. The sun does not rotate, so the equator and the poles do not rotate. Number 2. The sun is made up of different elements. Which element makes up more than 70% of the sun? A. Carbon. B. Helium. C. Oxygen. D. Hydrogen. Number 3. Here is an image of the sun. What is the name of the object that can be seen in the circled area of the sun? A. Sunspot. B. Solar flare. C. Prominence. D. Gamma rays. Number 4. A satellite took pictures of a solar flare. What is a solar flare? A. A dark spot on the sun's photosphere. B. A loop of red flames in the corona returning to the sun. C. A light spot on the sun's photosphere. D. An explosive release of energy that can extend outwards as far as the sun's outer atmosphere. Number 5. Here is an image of the sun. Which of these choices best describes what is seen in this picture of the sun? A. Aurora. B. Prominence. C. Solar flare. D. Sunspot. Number 6. In convection, hot gases rise through cooler gases as they travel to the top of the convective zone. Once they reach the top of the convective zone, they cool. What happens to these gases next? A. They create sunspots. B. They sink back down. C. They give off energy in solar flares. D. They begin the process of nuclear fusion. Number 7. The sun is made up of 6 different layers. 3 of these layers make up the interior of the sun. The remaining 3 layers make up the sun's atmosphere. Which is the innermost layer of the sun? A. Core. B. Corona. C. Chromosphere. D. Convective zone. Number 8. The sun generates energy by nuclear fusion. Which of these choices best describes what happens during the process of nuclear fusion in the sun? A. Hydrogen is fused to form carbon. B. Dark spots form on the sun's surface. C. Atomic nuclei combine to form a larger nucleus. D. Gas atoms lose electrons to become smaller atoms. Number 9. During the sunspot cycle, the number of sunspots rises and falls. Their locations change. What is the length of the sunspot cycle? A. About a month. B. About 11 months. C. About 1 year. D. About 11 years. Number 19. Which of these processes is defined as the joining of 2 atomic nuclei to create a new nucleus? A. Nuclear fission. B. Nuclear fusion. C. Particle radiation. D. Nuclear radiation. Number 11. The figure below shows the rotation of the sun. How is the rotation of the sun different from the rotation of the earth? A. The sun's poles rotate faster than its equator, and the earth's poles rotate slower than its equator. B. The sun's equator rotates faster than its poles, and the earth's equator rotates slower than its poles. C. The parts of the sun rotate at different speeds, and the parts of the earth rotate at the same speed. D. The parts of the sun rotate in different directions, and parts of earth all rotate in the same direction. Number 12. During a solar maximum, sunspot activity reaches its highest level. How often does this peak in solar activity happen? A. About once every 11 years. B. About once every year. C. About once every 11 months. D. About once every month. Number 13. The diagram below shows the different layers of the sun. The sun can be divided into 6 layers that are different from each other based on certain characteristics, such as temperature and composition. Which layer of the sun is represented by the letter B? A. Chromosphere. B. Corona. C. Photosphere. D. Radiative zone. Number 14. Dark areas can form in the photosphere. These areas are cooler than the surrounding areas. They also have strong magnetic field. Which term best describes these dark areas? A. Sunspot. B. Solar wind. C. Solar flare. D. Prominence. Number 15. Which of these elements makes up about 25% of the mass of the Sun? A. Helium. B. Hydrogen. C. Neon. D. Silicon. Number 16. Why is nuclear fusion possible only in the cores of the stars? A. Hydrogen exists only at the core of the stars. B. Hydrogen and helium nuclei require a lot of light to bond together. C. High temperatures and pressures, which are required for fusion only occur in the core. D. E equals mc squared only works in the cores of the stars. Number 17. The sunspot cycle is a period of about 11 years when the number of sunspots rises or falls. What are sunspots? A. A light area on the sun's corona that is hotter than the surrounding areas. B. A darker area on the photosphere which is cooler than the surrounding areas. C. A spot with a weaker magnetic field. D. A spot that can easily be seen without a telescope. 18. The diagram below shows the different layers of the Sun. The Sun can be divided into 6 layers that are different from each other based on certain characteristics such as temperature and composition. Which layer of the Sun is represented by the letter A? A. Core. B. Corona. C. Photosphere. D. Radiative zone. Number 19. The diagram below shows different layers of the Sun. The Sun can be divided into 6 layers that are different from each other based on certain characteristics such as temperature and composition. Which layer of the Sun is represented by the letter C? A. Convective zone. B. Corona. C. Photosphere. D. Radiative zone. Number 20. The diagram below shows the different layers of the Sun. The Sun can be divided into 6 layers that are different from each other based on certain characteristics such as temperature and composition. Which layer of the Sun is represented by the letter A? A. Chromosphere. B. Corona. C. Photosphere. D. Radiative zone.